The other event in June that I really do believe, I've not seen this written anywhere else, I really do believe I'm the first to write it this way. June 11th, 1963 is, in my opinion, one of the most transformative days in the 20th century. John Kennedy's on the phone with Attorney General Robert about what they're going to do with George Wallace. He's handed the New York Times. He goes, "Oh my God, Jesus Christ!" Looks on the front page, the Buddhist monk has set himself on fire in Saigon. First indication that this place called Vietnam that nobody knew really a whole lot about was about to be a problem, that we really didn't understand it the way we did. That's the first thing. Several hours later, George Wallace stands in front of the University of Alabama to block two Negro students from entering. And then Kennedy, he's watched on television, turns to Ted Sorensen and says, "We need to give that speech tonight." And Sorensen's like, "What speech?" "The civil rights speech." Well, they hadn't written the speech yet. Sorensen wrote that speech in about 2 hours. The speech hadn't been written. They wrote that, and Kennedy, remember how I talked about him in January? With watching the Birmingham campaign and George Wallace, within 6 months, John Kennedy gives the most important speech on civil rights by any president since Abraham Lincoln. Just in 6 months' time, it's an amazing transformation. And to the point that he, even after he gives that speech, he meets the civil rights workers, civil rights leaders, and he says that that I'm going to support this bill, and it might cost me the election, I don't care. That's amazing transformation. And it's rare when any elected official, and I always credit elected officials, when they do those moral things where it may cost them, I give credit for that. I always do. But the other thing that happened after Kennedy gave the speech, 2 or 3 hours later, Medgar Evers was assassinated. It's an amazing day. It sort of epitomizes the theme of my book, Hope and Hostility. It's right there. You got the hope, hostility, hope, hostility. It's like a yin and a yang. So June 11th is just an amazing day to me.